Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, the ultimate Hollywood power couple, have captured the public's attention for decades. From their glamorous red carpet appearances to their high-profile relationship ups and downs, Bennifer 2.0 is a saga that keeps on giving. But behind the glitz and glam, there are real lives and real families involved. Recently, Ben Affleck opened up about the toll his and J.Lo's fame has taken on his children, revealing some pretty candid thoughts about why his kids might harbor resentment towards their superstar stepmother. Buckle up, because this is about to get juicy.
I've lost my cool, unfortunately, a few times. But I don't because of my kids, and I try. But what I'll do is I'll put them inside, I'll take them in, and then come back out, give the guys a lecture and shit. These are kids, they're 13 years old, and they're like, yeah, okay. And then we come out.
Let's rewind to when Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner were Hollywood's golden couple. Their love story, though it ended in 2018, was the stuff of fairy tales. They share 3 children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel. Garner, known for her down-to-earth nature and dedication to keeping her children out of the spotlight, had a relatively low-key existence, despite her fame.
A decade where there were 5 or 6 cars minimum and easily up to 15 or 20 on the weekends outside of my house at all times. And looking back on that, I really feel the stress of it. I could cry.
Enter Jennifer Lopez, whose re-entry into Ben's life in 2022 stirred the pot like never before. With her twin children, Max and Em, from her marriage to Mark Anthony, the stage was set for a complex blending of families. But as Ben candidly shared on Kevin Hart's Heart to Heart, this blend hasn't been seamless. It breaks my heart when I'm like, this shit would never happen if I wasn't in this life, he confessed. It's clear that the constant media attention has been hard on his kids. They didn't ask for this life, and they certainly didn't ask for the paparazzi to follow their every move. All thanks to their dad's and stepmom's A-list status. Jennifer Garner, the kid's mother, has also expressed her unease with the situation. According to sources, Garner felt blindsided by Ben's rekindled relationship with Lopez. She's known for being a fiercely protective mother who prefers to keep her children out of the limelight. This sudden thrust into the center of media frenzy must have been jarring, to say the least. She doesn't like her kids in the public eye so much, and that's been hard for her, a source told Fox News Digital. Garner's discomfort is understandable, considering the paparazzi have been particularly relentless since Bennifer reunited. It's a stark contrast to the relatively quieter life they had when Ben was with Jennifer Garner. Affleck himself isn't a fan of the intense scrutiny. He admitted on Heart to Heart that he doesn't enjoy the attention and often has to put on a bitch face to cope with the invasive paparazzi. I also don't like a lot of attention, he shared. This why people see me and they're like, well, this dude always mad because somebody has their camera and sticking to my face. It's a sentiment that likely resonates with his children, who have found themselves in the crosshairs of public attention simply by association. One particularly vivid example of this was an incident in Times Square which Affleck described in detail. The family was mobbed by fans while trying to attend a play, turning what should have been a fun outing into a stressful spectacle. There was a lady, she was smoking weed in a full purple skin-tight suit. And she starts running backwards filming, going, J-Lo, like a herald. Then gets everyone else, they're all tourists, whatever, just moving. It's moments like these that underscore the challenging reality of growing up with famous parents. It's not hard to imagine why Ben's kids might harbor resentment towards J-Lo. The constant media attention disrupts their lives, making normalcy a rare commodity. Every family outing, every private moment potentially becomes public fodder. It's a far cry from the relatively low-key existence they had before. Moreover, Jennifer Lopez's level of fame is on a different scale altogether. As Affleck noted, people love her. And she really represents something important to people. While he might get a polite nod for his acting work, J-Lo incites near hysteria. This dichotomy was starkly evident during their Times Square adventure. On the flip side, Jennifer Lopez has her own set of challenges. She's a global icon, and managing that level of fame is no small feat. Despite the rumors and public scrutiny, she continues to balance her career with her personal life, a task that would be daunting for anyone. Recently, she took a solo trip to Italy, which relationship expert Luella Alderson suggested was a chance for her to reflect on her marriage and future. This kind of self-care is essential, but it also highlights the ongoing tensions within the Bennifer household. During her Italian getaway, J.Lo was seen enjoying herself at La Gavitella restaurant, described by an insider as relaxed and very, very kind. This brief respite was likely a much-needed break from the constant media circus back home. However, it also fueled further speculation about the state of her marriage with Affleck. The strain on their marriage has been palpable. Lopez and Affleck have reportedly been living apart, with Ben moving to a rental property while J.Lo remains in their 60-mailer Beverly Hills mansion. The sale of their shared home was attributed to Affleck's dislike for its distance from his children, adding another layer to the complex dynamics at play. Despite living separately, sources claim they see each other every few days, trying to maintain some semblance of a family unit. Yet, the persistent rumors of an impending divorce suggest deeper issues. They've had fights about differences of opinions on raising their kids. A source told Fox News Digital. These differing parenting styles are not uncommon in blended families, but they seem to be particularly pronounced in this case, given the added pressures of fame. Amid all this, Jennifer Lopez has been vocal about staying positive. In a recent newsletter to her fans, she addressed the negativity surrounding her and urged them to focus on the love in the world. It may seem like there's a lot of negativity out in the world right now. It's a commendable stance, especially given the relentless media scrutiny she faces. The public's fascination with Bennifer's relationship is unrelenting. From their initial engagement in the early 2000s to their rekindled romance and subsequent marriage, fans and critics alike have been glued to every development. The media frenzy around their relationship has only intensified with their reported marital issues. Every sighting, every public appearance is dissected for clues about their status. This level of scrutiny is exhausting and undoubtedly contributes to the stress within their family. For Violet, Serafina, and Samuel, having J.Lo as a stepmother means living in a fishbowl. Their every move is watched, and their lives are constantly compared to those of their famous parents. The intrusion is not just from paparazzi, but also from fans and the general public, who feel entitled to a piece of their private lives. This can create a sense of resentment and frustration, as they have little control over their own narratives. Affleck's candid admissions on Heart to Heart shed light on the emotional toll this has taken. "I really second guess it a lot," he said. This raw honesty highlights the internal conflict he feels about exposing his children to such a high level of public scrutiny. Despite his efforts to shield them, the reality of their situation is inescapable. Despite the chaos, there are moments of normalcy that Affleck and Lopez try to maintain for their children. Family outings, school events, and everyday activities are part of their efforts to provide a stable environment. Recently, Lopez was seen stepping out for lunch with Ben's eldest daughter, Violet, at the Mayborn Hotel in Beverly Hills. The outing, though under the watchful eye of paparazzi, seemed relaxed and enjoyable. Lopez donned a chic cream pantsuit, while Violet wore a pretty floral dress, creating a picture of harmony amidst the rumors of discord. The situation remains fluid, with new developments emerging regularly. While the public continues to speculate about their marital status, Affleck and Lopez have yet to make any official statements regarding a divorce. What is clear, however, is that the challenges they face are multifaceted. From balancing their high-profile careers to managing a blended family under the glare of public scrutiny, it's a delicate dance. Affleck's candid admissions about the impact of fame on his children shed light on the very real human element behind the tabloid headlines. In the end, the story of Bennifer is not just one of Hollywood romance and glamour, but also of personal struggles and familial challenges. Whether they can navigate these turbulent waters and come out stronger on the other side remains to be seen. For now, fans and onlookers alike will continue to watch, speculate, and hope for the best for one of Hollywood's most talked about couples.